That's why she gonna go. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's all these lists out and
And I feel you said in their 20s, but also too on some of these ridiculous podcasts, it'd be women in their 30s and 40s having these unrealistic. That's what I'm, bro. They be on that. They be on that BS too. And I be like, yo, like this one lady was like, well, my man, he sent me, I guess he sent me $70 for lunch or whatever. I'm like, you only giving me $70 for lunch? I'm like, damn, what kind of lunch you eating? Like what kind of lunch are you eating? Like,
how about he sent you money for lunch as it was the gesture?
Right.
It doesn't matter how much it was.
But if a man sends me this, I don't know what I would. I'm like, are you kidding me?
And then there was another woman that said, she said, cash out her $500 before you can talk to me. Like flirt with me in my cash app. That's what you do.
That's crazy work.
Yeah.
500.
She said I'm into that. $500.
What she look like?
500
skin, blonde hair. I mean, she was cute. I mean, like most guys, they would see her out. They would be like, they would.
Yeah, but is she $500 cute? Like you about to send $500 to her?
Not to me. I mean, maybe some guy. Maybe.
So I got a question for both of you guys, man. And I'm gonna start with you, Rory, and then I'm gonna end with Hafiz, and then we'll go to me. And B gonna trip off this. So when it comes to dating, you know, I know you guys probably good looking guys, so I know you probably out here in the dating market or in a relationship. What is your vetting process? If you're out here dating and you out here, you know what I mean, you want to do it right, you want to take a chick seriously, what is your vetting process? Just so you won't get scammed or you won't get the bullshit. Maybe you Ray Charles to the fuckery that's going on out here. So I need to know, start with you, Roy, and just take your time, brother. Yeah. What is your vetting process? How you know when it's real, when it's like, man, that's a dud.
I'm going to let you know right now, I tell them that I'm broke. As soon as I meet a female, I tell them no, I let them know right now I'm broke. I don't have no money. So if you come from a whole bunch of money, don't think you getting it from me. And I could be loaded.
Right.
I could be loaded. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's how I'm coming off.
Because you're gonna weed them out.
Because a lot of women, when they hear broke or unemployed or financially challenged, let's say that. When you hear those, when you hear those words, oh, you get what I'm saying? When you hear those words, women start to twitch a little bit. Like it's like they robot. Like they start to twitch when they hear broke or I'm down bad. Oh no, they start twitching, boy. They whole head and eyes start twitching.
Like,
so to that right there, like that's how I start. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I start off. I'm like, listen, I don't got no money, so.
But is that what you go into, or like still, just even in how do you initiate the conversation to get to know? Like, what do you look for?
I mean, so what I look for in a woman, number one, well, obviously we have to be honest. Like, men are visual, so if you can't, appease me, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta
then
be attracted.
It's not going.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Because that's gonna get you. That's gonna make you interested.
That's a notch.
In her.
That's
a step two. Yeah.
Now I want to know what's your name. Now I want to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
And then the conversation goes, and I'm kind of a funny guy, so I make them laugh and let them know I'm broke.
That's how you get them.
I laugh and let them know, like, I throw it out there as a joke just to see, just to see how it go. And
Now, have you ever gave a woman enough rope to where she hung herself? Like maybe y'all in the process of getting to know each other, but then she said something, didn't even know she said it, and you already peeped game early. You sitting here like,
there's so many red flags. There's so many red flags done popped up in conversations that a lot of women, because they do the same thing with men. But like I said, they hear a few things. With me, bro, I can hear a whole conversation full of red flags, and like at the end of the conversation, it's like, well, like I'm already knowing that's it. And I'm not even going to explain to you why I'm not even going to talk to you anymore. It's no point. There's no point. You get what I'm saying? Like I was always told, never argue with a tree that don't bear fruit. So like I'm not about to explain.
Respect.
I'm not about to explain myself to you when you can't even explain what you just said to me. I'm not going for it. But I done, and I done hung myself before too.
Respect.
You do it like
been
that.
There, baby.
I done hung myself before too. Like I done, you could talk yourself out of a situation or into a situation.
Quick.
So I done been rambling and and never seen her again. So, I done had both sides of the fence.
So before we go to obvious, let me ask you this: what qualifies a woman to get on Rory's team? Like, if it's like, man, when I see these traits, or when a woman show me this and that and that. Now she's qualified to be in my presence. Okay. The dating, the whatever we could do, the part after dark.
Keeps your interest.
So before we even get to the park and all that stuff, conversations come up about religion. You got to love God, and that's just me. So I don't want to disrespect anybody. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to push anything on anybody. I don't want. This is just me. You get what I'm saying? You got to love God, but Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. You get what I'm saying? It's not just about God, because there's a lot of gods.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's just me. You get what I'm saying? That's just me. So if you can get past I'm broke, then we can, you get what I'm saying? Then we can get into some conversation like that. But that's what drives me. That's what's going.
And it's actually kind of funny when you tell them, "Hey, I'm broke, baby." That might be an icebreaker sometimes. That might just open them up. Like, for a man to have enough balls to say that.
But the point is, I'm sure some of the women probably stayed, because we really know.
They know what's going on.
Yeah, if men are broke, they're not putting that out there.
They're not. That's
not your pride.
Yeah.
We ain't stupid, so it's like, okay.
So you say women can sit? They know what's up. They see the humor.
You get what I'm saying? Like, the fake ones is gonna really run and be like, "Oh my God, no,"
because they ain't got it together anyway.
The real ones is gonna be like, you know what?
And then I'm gonna say, I'm broke too, babe. What's up?
Let's have fun.
Pretty much, brother. Hey, let's have fun together. But those are the best times anyway.
We're going to do it
2 for 2.
Everything is free. Everything is free. We're going to the park. We going downtown. We doing free stuff.
You might even get an ice cream. You might even get an ice cream cone.
You gonna get it. You gonna go to Dairy Queen. I know some people. Everything gonna be free on the first date. Don't worry about it.
Free 99,
Listen,
baby.
man, but what you, man, that's just me though. Like I said, it starts with that conversation right there. Religion kicks in. That's what the conversation. Once that conversation, and I feel it in my spirit, then we can take it a little further. Because I'm kind of like an onion. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to peel, but you gonna cry a little bit while you peeling them top layers. But once you get to that middle, and you get what I'm saying, you understand me and stuff like that,
and it's funny you say that, because people do have different layers to them. Because when we date people, we fall in love with the ideal of a person, but you got to understand that there's layers to a person. You got to love the crust, the layers. You got to love all that just to get to where you need to be. But sometimes we get so infatuated with the idea, but then when you really get to know them, you be like, but all that come with it.
A lot of dudes be in too deep already. You get what I'm saying? A lot of dudes are infatuated with a woman's look, that by the time they get into a woman's brain, into a woman's heart, bro, it's just it's too late. Yep. They too stuck on how good she look, on how good she can cook. You get what I'm saying?
That can happen both ways too, man, and women.
Absolutely.
Too,
so COVID sold a lot.
There was a lot of
breakups. There was a lot of divorces. And there was a lot of babies.
People was breaking leases, but they wasn't even waiting.
Ain't nobody staying.
It was rough for a lot of people.
That showed you that a lot of people are in it for the wrong reasons.
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of people in it just for the wrong reasons. And it could have been the right reasons. It just turned into
something different. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that happens. That's life. You get what I'm saying? That's life. It happens. But that's just with me. That's how I vet. That's how I move up. You get what I'm saying?
That's awesome. And before we get to how peace with the vetting process, I do feel like every man should have a vetting process and qualify people, because sometimes we throw shit on the wall hoping it sticks, because our mentality is, man, I'm trying to smash. I'm trying to get to her. I got to get this woman. She's so fine.
Man, what happened to the 90-day rule, man? What happened to the old school 90-day rule? You get what I'm saying? And that's men and women. What happened to that point? What happened to we ain't gonna hug, we ain't gonna kiss, we're not gonna do anything physical for 90 days. We just gonna talk. Yeah. We might go out to date, we might go out to dinner, go out to the park and stuff like that. But
that's a good question.
What happened
some people may have to go into rehab. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? To try to do that. I mean, I get you though. If we put in place the 90-day rule, that might make a big difference.
But beyond that, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I just posted yesterday on my story about Brandon Marshall's interview he did about being celibate. Yeah, being celibate and the reasons why, and closer to God, to Jesus, to your point, and everything like that. And so it was so cool to see in the comments. We know a lot of women are doing it, but now more men are coming out vocal, saying either they're being celibate until marriage, like I am, or they are being celibate, or whatever the case may be. And then you saw a lot of men able to speak up because of he put it out there. And then this one dude was like, it's been 6 years, and then a lot of people